Tomato production. Fun facts. 1. Tomatoes and potatoes are one plant. The difference is one produces fruit and the other produces tubes. 2. A tomato tree has the ability to grow 15 centimeters every week. 3. Tomatoes can be yellow, pink, purple, black and even white. Open field production. Soil. A happy soil leads to happy plants. Soil samples. Do your soil samples before you work the land to check if the land is suitable for production. Should be tilled to the depth of 20 to 40 centimeters for best root development. 2. Ridging. A simple description of what ridging is: creating a heap of topsoil. It is advisable to plant your tomatoes on ridges rather than on a flat surface. Benefits of ridging includes improved root development, keep roots free of excess water during flooding. 2. Seed. I always emphasize this: choosing the right tomato seed variety will save you from a lot of stress. Disease-tolerant varieties. These tomato seed varieties are pricey, however will survive under harsh conditions such as high humidity when pathogens are thriving. 2.2. Dwarf versus tall varieties. Dwarf varieties have a strong stem and do not need support trellising, and are good for home gardens and emerging farmers. Tall varieties have a weak stem and need support trellising. They can grow up to 2 meters tall. 2.3. Tomato shape and size. Understand the shape of the tomato your market wants is crucial. The processing market prefer the jam or oval-shaped tomato fruits. The retail market wants round-shaped tomato varieties. Uniform fruit sizes are achieved by good management and sourcing seedlings from a reputable seedling nursery. 2.4. Seedlings. You are highly advised not to produce your own seedlings. However, if you want to produce your own seedlings, mix peat, bark and vermiculite. Seed to seedlings. In summer, seeds will take 4 to 6 weeks to transplant. In winter, seeds will take 7 to 8 weeks to transplant. Please note that tomatoes planted in open field do not grow in colder regions, frost intolerant, they only grow in warmer regions. 3. Plant population. This is how many plants you can plant under a hectare soccer field. 3.1. Plant density. For uniform medium to large fruit size, you are advised to plant between 25,000 35,000 plants per hectare. If you are still small, you can plant 22,000 plants per hectare. 3.2. Interrow spacing to plant your tomato trees in rows, 30 to 50 centimeters. 3.3. Intra-row spacing between rows, 1.5 to 2.5 meters. The spacing will dictate your plant density. 3.4. Trellising. All tomato varieties will need a support structure as they grow taller. Trellising can be done with poles and twines or wires. Poles should be planted around 30-50 centimeters into the soil and not more than 3 meters apart. Poles should be between 1.7 to 2 meters long. 4. Fertilization. No matter which crop you plant, never forget the land. Tomatoes, just like cabbages, are heavy feeders, meaning they require large quantities of nutrients to thrive. Your soil sample results will guide you on how much fertilizers your tomatoes will need. 4.1. Nutrient requirement as the tomato trees grow. 4.1.1. From 1 to 5 weeks post-transplant, the tomatoes seedlings use a huge amount of nitrogen for vegetative growth. 4.1.2. From 6 to 12 weeks, the trees uses a lot of potassium when flowering. 4.1.3. Fruiting will start occurring from 13-20 weeks, and at this time the tomato tree will use a huge amount of phosphorus, calcium and magnesium. These are often applied via fertigation. Add fertilizer in your irrigation water, or liquid foliar fertilization. 4.2. Fertilizers used by tomato farmers. LAN, NPK 2, 3, 4, 30, V12 initiate, calcium nitrate, potassium nitrate. Remember the quantity of fertilizers you will need to buy are reliant on your soil sample analysis. 5. Disease, pest and weed management. Pathogens cause diseases and they thrive in humid environment. They are also transported by pests and also by weeds. Keep your fields clean and free of weeds. You will spend less money on chemicals. 5.1. Common tomato disease, powdery mildew, early blight, late blight. 5.2. Common tomato pests, whitefly, leaf miners, cutworms. You are advised to apply integrated pest management techniques, that is scouting, to control and prevent infestation of pests and diseases on your crops. 6. Irrigation system. Tomatoes love water and will never survive with poor irrigation system. Use the drip irrigation system to water your tomatoes instead of the overhead sprinkler irrigation system. Benefits of using drip: saves water, saves your crop from blight. Fertigation. Pruning. Pruning is crucial in a tomato production as the tree will have dead weight stems called suckers. If suckers are not removed, the yields will be affected by at least 15-20%. Also remove dead leaves and they harbor pathogens and pests. 7. Disease, weeds, and pest control. 7.1. Disease, fungicide, Copster Kung Fu and Bravo. 7.2. Pest, insecticide, Karate and Agrimek and Mitmidifus. 7.3. Weeds, herbicide, Springbok Paraquat Dual Gold. Be careful with these ones. 8. Yield and sales. 8.1. Yield 1 hectare, soccer field. Tomato trees can produce 50-120 tons of fruits. That is 120,000 kgs tomato. 8.2. Sales farm gate prices ranges from 6.15 Rand per kg. Let's say the farmer gets a market taking her tomatoes at 10 Rand per kg. Over R1 million in sales per hectare.